Welcome to the Sportscast, January 22nd, 2019. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and iTunes. And if you're listening on iTunes, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. We're moving the Sportscast into its own channel. Check out thesportscast.net for all information where you can listen to the Sportscast. In February, you'll no longer able to hear the Sportscast on this channel. So if you have any information, go to sportscast.net. Appreciate it very much. We might have saw the best championship Sunday in a while, and the Rams defeated the Saints, and the Patriots defeated the Chiefs. And our first-time guest today, we have Eddy Ortega. Welcome to the Sportscast.
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for having me again.
No problem. No problem. Eddy, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, big sports fan. Probably my first sport out of the three major sports is basketball, and then after that it's football as a close second, and then baseball, of course, at the end.
Yeah, baseball is always a huge sport in the Miami area. So
yeah, for sure.
And like, how long have you been a Miami Heat fan?
My first basketball game that I saw was Michael Jordan's 03 All-Star game when he was with the Wizards.
No way. Back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So ever since then, and then when Wade came into the Heat, that's it. It was all done from then.
Oh, that's awesome. And who's your football team?
You got to keep it real, man. I love the Dolphins.
Yeah, good. I was going to ask because I was like, who else would he support but the Dolphins, right?
Nah, I mean, yeah. Either the Dolphins or... It kind of hurts to say this, but I kind of want Brady to win right now.
Okay, now we know. So Championship Sunday was probably the best Championship Sunday I've seen in a while, maybe in your lifetime as well. Which game did you like the most?
Honestly, I like the Rams, but I mean, not the Rams, the Saints. But we all know how that ended.
Yeah, what'd you think about that call towards the end, where it could have been a pass interference or helmet to helmet?
Yeah, I mean, the league already said that it was a blown call. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It was a blown call. I think that would have completely changed how the outcome of the game would have came out. But yeah, either that, they would have ran the clock down, kicked the field goal, and they would have gone home winners.
Yeah, that's something that people are doing like a whole lot of hypotheticals. But then the Saints had like another chance after that play. But where does this leave the Saints? Were they a good team, or do you think they just didn't come through that day?
When you look back at the stats, there's a couple players and a couple things that actually stand out there. I know Kamara had 11 receptions, almost 100 yards, and Ingram didn't really impact the game too much. Kamara didn't impact the game on the running end too much, and I believe Breeze threw 2 picks. I believe.
Yes, he did. One interception.
Oh, one interception. Yeah, I mean it's kind of an odd game for them, but I mean you got to give it up to the Rams also on the defensive end.
You think the Rams? What advantage did the Rams have over the Saints?
I think they're just a complete team. They have the better defense. Their run game is dynamic. It's kind of weird that Todd Gurley didn't really play that often, but yeah, I believe the Rams are more of a complete team.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed that that their defensive line, they have Aaron Donald and Samakin Sue. Yeah,
Sue and Donald. Yeah, like they basically have all of their pass rushers are all Pro Bowlers.
Yeah. One player that we did not see was Todd Gurley. Do you think he was injured, or do you think they're saving him up for the Super Bowl?
It's hard to tell. I know leading up to the game, he had a full practice. I mean, it could be that he felt a little sore. They wanted to protect him for the Super Bowl, but yeah, I mean, he did come out at the end to get the touchdown, so they probably most likely were saving him until they actually need him.
Yeah, exactly. How impressed have you been with C.J. Anderson?
Oh yeah, that man has been carrying the load, especially before this game, the last 2 games he had like 160 yards, I believe, or one game, or 140, I believe. He's been playing really good.
Yeah, it's definitely one thing that I've noticed, that C.J. Anderson was cut by 2 teams, and he's able to come through with the Rams.
I mean, it's just the opportunities that he's gotten. I believe he was cut by the Panthers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. I mean, from there, who's the lead back? McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So
he had an okay season.
I mean, he had a pretty solid season, but I mean, they're trying to develop him as well. So C.J. Anderson was really never going to get too much playing time in that area.
Now, I do know that you went to church during the Patriots and Chiefs game, but did you catch it all, or?
I kind of feel bad at saying this, but I read it play by play throughout the whole sermon.
Hey, love your honesty here.
Yeah, but yeah, I was reading it play by play.
Were you able to see towards the end of the game?
Yeah, we saw the end of the game. It was. I mean, to be honest, as soon as the Chiefs scored and I saw 2 minutes left on the clock, I already knew Brady was gonna come through.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed, that Brady was bossing it. His experience is how they overcame the Chiefs. Tom Brady had 348 yards. Tony Michel had 113.
Yeah. That I mean, their running game was way more prolific than the Chiefs.
And of course, you got Edelman, 96 yards, and Gronkowski, 79. You think Eric Berry kind of slowed down Gronk?
I mean, there's only so much that you could do against Gronk. Like, linebackers are too slow for him, and then safeties and cornerbacks are too small for him. So, I mean, there's only so much you could do to contain him. And to be honest, like, the fact that he didn't get a touchdown, he only got, 70 yards, you said?
79 yards.
Yeah, I mean, that's as best as you could do.
And then Edelman was definitely, like, the main target that Tom Brady had.
Yeah. I mean, since Walker left and Edelman left, he's been basically the security blanket for Brady.
And Chris Hogan, he's been playing the Amendola role.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, yeah, he's. I mean, it's good that he has two receivers that basically do the same thing. Both of them can play slot. Both of them can play outside. So, I mean, yeah, it's really good for Brady.
For the Chiefs side, I noticed that, Mahomes, who had 295 yards, it feels like he didn't have the grit, didn't really have that experience to win this game. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it showed in the first half. I don't think they scored at all in the first half, I believe, right?
That's correct.
I think the 14-7.
It was 14-0 by halftime.
Yeah, I mean, it showed the lack of experience on that end, but as soon as the second half came out, he came out shooting.
The former Dolphin player Damien Williams had 30 yards. Sammy Watkins had 114. Tyreek Hill had 42. Kelsey had 23. Do you think the offense was all there for KC, or do you think they just weren't playing how they used to play in the regular season?
I think on that end you got to give the Patriots the upper hand. They really shut down Kareem Hunt. I believe he only had one reception, 44 yards.
Kareem Hunt, he's suspended.
Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt. What is it? The cheetah.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
42 yards.
Yeah. So I mean, they really locked them down pretty good. But yeah, they're definitely missing a running game.
Do you think if Kareem Hunt would have played this game, it would have been different?
Definitely. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt is actually rumored to go to the Chicago Bears.
The Bears?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think about that pick?
It's good. You know, like that's. I think they have a good change of pace running back in Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who could go out there and catch the ball instead of running it. But yeah, that's a team that definitely needs a little bit more experience on the quarterback, as well as a good solid run game.
Who's better, Trubisky or Jared Goff?
I would say Trubisky. I feel he has the toughness to lead a team.
That's true. I think he has pretty much. I mean, people say Jared Goff is soft.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say soft. I just don't think he has the grit. I don't think he's the kind of quarterback to scream at his receivers when they need to be screamed at.
Yeah, I totally agree with that one. Back to the Chiefs. What do the Chiefs need to improve on to beat the Patriots, for next year?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, they got to find an answer for running backs since losing Hunt. But yeah, they definitely need help on defense. Maybe linebackers.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody to rush the passer. I believe they have Justin Houston.
That is. Let me double check on that. I think that sounds about right because I had him for my fantasy. Yeah, Justin Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the only solid pass rusher that they have.
You think Eric Berry will be back next year?
I think so. I mean, he's a fan favorite. I mean, he didn't have a great year, but he did pretty solid. I think he'll be back.
That's something that we've got to look in. What's going to happen with the Chiefs? That's got has so much potential talent. That they're just missing a few. I mean, okay, let's be honest. They are missing just a defense, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Once they got that locked down, because whoever would have won for this past game, I think whoever would have won the coin flip was going to win it. It feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whoever
would have won it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, looking forward to the Patriots and Rams. You don't have to say a prediction today, but how do you see that matchup as of right now?
I mean, it's so evenly matched. I don't bet on sports, but when it comes to Vegas giving us the over and under or whatever, they were saying this is the worst basically time to bet on a sport on an NFL game due to the fact that every team was matched pretty evenly.
Wow, that's pretty interesting you say that because I haven't really looked into this game, but it feels evenly matched. I think maybe the Rams have a better defense.
I think it's the thing about that is, yeah, they do have the better defense, but Brady has the experience. He has the coaching. I'm not trying to bet against Sean McVay as well. Sean McVay is a great coach, but yeah, you can't bet against Belichick and Brady.
Yeah, that's the thing. It feels like this is because Patriots have a lot of momentum on their side.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Anyways, Dolphin news. What are your thoughts about potentially Brian Flores being the head coach of the Dolphins?
I mean, honestly, I also heard as well that they're also looking at a linebacker coach from within the organization. I'm not too sure, but I mean, honestly, just anybody that's tough enough to lead the team would be great.
I agree, and that's something that I mean. I've been hearing these arguments. Maybe we shouldn't get a experimental coach. We should get a head coach that has experience. Of course, there's Mike McCarthy who's available, but he had issues. He had issues in the locker room. So which he might not be able to.
I mean, it all depends on who could lead the players. I believe it's not the issue with the head coach the Dolphins have. I think it's a little bit more into the organization, like starting off from Stephen Ross. But
yeah, that's the thing. Which he's not much of a football guy. I've heard. know, he's not
Yeah,
like
he's not.
Gillette or Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he's more of a businessman.
Yeah, he's a real estate guy. He did a great job with the stadium. That I could give him.
Yeah, no, definitely the stadium. The stadium's amazing. It's really nice, but yeah, he's again, he's more of a businessman. He doesn't really get involved too much with any like off-season signups or draft picks or anything like that. But
I did hear that he did want to draft the quarterback last time, but then the front office said no, we don't need to do that.
I don't think Tannehill's the answer anymore, and I believe their backup is Brock.
Yeah, Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, we need a quarterback.
Would you get Kyler Murray? I mean, Haskins we might not get, but Murray we do have a chance with.
Yeah, I would definitely pick up Murray. I mean, I believe he has a higher ceiling than anything Tannehill ever had.
Yeah. Which they kind of compare him to Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they both have that background with baseball as well. They're both pretty quick on their feet. They could run off the pocket and pass with accuracy. So I would say pick them up. Gives us another layer on the offensive end.
Yeah, I totally agree. We'll see with the Dolphins. It feels like, I mean, obviously, like, ownership don't have a second chance or third chance. They own the team whenever they want to sell it, and Ross doesn't really get graded. I mean, they can't kick him out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he can't really fire himself.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I know he wants to make changes. I'm glad he's concerned. He could have kept Gase for another season, which I think he should have, because there's a lack of available coaches out there.
Yeah, I mean, he did his best. I believe the first season Tannehill showed signs that he was improving, but yeah, Adam Gase should have gotten at least like one more year. Yeah,
we'll see what happens, but I think for sure Tannehill might just have one more season until we get like another quarterback. This year's draft, there's only 2 good quarterbacks, and the rest are pretty much like, I mean, there could be better, quarterbacks than Tannehill, I'm sure, but obviously there is Nick Foles. But I heard Jacksonville has better cap space for him than we do.
Yeah. I mean, it's also what they need as well. They really just need a quarterback. Their defense didn't play as well this season as they did last season due to the fact that they were on the field most of the time.
There's also Joe Flacco. Would you take him?
Yeah, I would take him, but not as a long-term solution.
No, just a one-season, short-term.
Yeah, he's proven to be consistently okay. Nah, he's not great. He's like, he'll show flashes of being good, but he's.
Which some people thought he should have started the second half against the Chargers.
I mean, it's good that they left Lamar Jackson in, give him that experience. Because, I mean, if you're trying to grow him to be your future quarterback, that's exactly what you need to have him in there for.
We'll see what happens. Football continues. The Miami Dolphins are going through changes. We got a couple of teams that have coaches already. I think the Bengals, they hired someone already, but I got to double check on that. But Bruce Arians is going to the Bucks, Matt LaFleur, the Packers, Cardinals, Cliff Kingsbury, the Browns, Freddie Kitchens, which I've been hearing positive things about. And, of course, Jets, Adam Gase, and Broncos, Vic Fangio. So the football stories, keep continuing. And, of course, we still have the NBA going on, which I've been hearing Melo is going to get traded to the Hawks, and then they're going to to Chicago, and they're going to release him.
Yeah, it's reported that he's actually going to get. Yeah, I believe Houston traded him to the Bulls, and the Bulls are just going to release him, I believe.
Too expensive, but looking back at Melo's career, it feels like he was a good shooter, but not a good leader or not a good passer. I mean, it felt like there was more there, but he just didn't come through.
Yeah, he's always going to go down as one of the greatest scorers in the NBA, but I mean, yeah, as only a scorer, you're never going to win a title.
Exactly. Well, Eddie, one more thing before we head off. Random question is, what is your favorite McDonald's sandwich?
Favorite McDonald's sandwich? I would say, I gotta keep it simple. I like the McChicken.
Yeah. That's a good one. You know, only one guy that asked about 10 people, and this guy's, you know, everyone wants a quarter pounder or Big Mac or just a regular double cheeseburger. This guy said fish fillet.
Oof.
Which no one really buys.
That's my, no, I mean, it's alright. My grandma's the one that eats it at our house.
You can't go wrong with McDonald's. Everyone goes there, no matter what class you're in.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I mean, you gotta go there for a speed, for a coffee, or for a sandwich. But anyways, Eric, how can people reach you online to talk about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, you guys could always go onto my Instagram. And like, I think the name of it is Eddy Heat 3.
Eddy Heat 3, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so just you could message me there. We'll talk about the big game.
And also the Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade, they're looking good. They're probably going to the playoffs. It seems like from now.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're in the 7th seed. They did lose yesterday, but
Austin.
But yeah, they're very solid. And there's a statistic going around that they are 18-2, I believe, when they leave opponents under 100 points.
Really?
Yeah, so yeah, they've been very solid, but yeah, I mean, it's Dwayne Wade's last year, so it's kind of bittersweet.
You know, it's interesting because, you know, even though it's his last year, he's still playing at a high level.
No, definitely, he has the tools to still be, you know, a great player in the NBA now. It's a lot of wear and tear from all the years, because the way that he plays is just reckless.
Yeah, I mean, Dwayne Wade has been a huge part of the Heat. He definitely won 2 championships with us. And speaking about Melo, the Heat, Melo was between Houston and Miami to be traded early in the season.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I think we were lucky not to have him come, because I don't know. I mean, I don't think he would have done much either.
Yeah, the way that we play. It's more of a team ball. Spoelstra has built the team to play like the Spurs, basically. But yeah, Melo is not that kind of player that could fit in a system like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Miami Heat. I hope, you know, hopefully we'll bring some big names in the future, or draft like another good player like Dwayne Wade, who did back in 2003. But we'll see what happens. Eddie, I appreciate you coming on to the Sportscast.
No, man, thank you for having me.